All right, let's get right into it. You start a new hair loss treatment and you're feeling hopeful, right? But then, something totally counterintuitive happens. You start losing more hair. It can feel like a total disaster. But what if I told you that extra shedding might actually be a fantastic sign? Let's break down exactly why.
So I'm guessing this might be you right now. You've taken the plunge, you started the treatment, and you look in the shower drain and there's more. It's a shock. It's confusing. And you're probably thinking, oh no, did I just make things way worse? I totally get it. But hang on, because what you're seeing is often a completely normal and even expected part of the journey.
So first, let's talk about that initial shock. We'll call it the shedding shock. Before we even get into the science of it all, we gotta validate that feeling, because it is real.
Yeah, this pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? That feeling of pure panic when it seems like your hair is coming out in handfuls, even though you are hoping for the exact opposite. You are not imagining things, and believe me, you are not the only person who's gone through this.
And here is the single most important thing I need you to hear right now. For certain types of treatments, this scary-looking shed isn't just normal. It can actually be the very first sign that the treatment is working. It's not a red flag. It's a sign that things are kicking into gear.
So what is going on up there on your scalp that's causing this whole thing? Well, it all comes down to how certain treatments literally jumpstart your hair follicles. It's all about something called growth phase acceleration.
We are talking about a specific class of treatments here, known as growth stimulants. You've probably heard of the most famous one, Minoxidil. Just like the name says, their whole job is to stimulate growth and, this is the key part, to speed up your hair's natural cycle.
Okay, so check out how this actually works. On any given day, a certain number of your hairs are already in the process of getting ready to fall out. It's a natural part of their life cycle. What a growth stimulant does is it basically gets all those hairs on the same schedule. It sends out a memo to every hair that was planning to fall out sometime in the next few weeks and says, all right, everybody, out of the pool, let's go now.
That's the perfect way to put it. It's not that you're losing new, healthy hair. No way. You're just shedding all the hair that was already on its way out the door. But instead of them leaving one by one, they're all leaving the party at once.
But, and I can't stress this enough, this big shed does not happen with every single hair loss treatment out there. You absolutely have to know what kind of product you're using because it makes all the difference. So here's the bottom line. Growth stimulants, like Minoxidil, yes, they can cause that initial shed. But if you're on something called a DHT blocker, its job is totally different. It works by stopping the hormone that causes hair loss in the first place. So with a DHT blocker, you should actually see your shedding slow down pretty quickly. If you're using a DHT blocker and shedding more, that's when you might want to have a chat with your doctor, because that is not what's supposed to happen.
So, if you want to figure out what's going on with your own hair, you just need to ask yourself two simple questions. First, what am I actually using? Is it a growth stimulant or a DHT blocker? And second, what was my hair like before I started? If you were already shedding quite a bit, then this synchronized shed is probably going to feel a lot more dramatic.
Okay, so knowing all of that, let's try to reframe this whole thing. Let's flip the script. Instead of looking at that hair in the drain and seeing failure, maybe we can see it as a sign of action.
This right here is the main point for anyone on a growth stimulant. It's temporary. Think of it like a home renovation. First, you have to do the demolition. You got to clear out all the old, weak stuff to make room for a new, strong foundation. It's a bit of a mess for a little while, but it's totally necessary for the amazing result you're working towards.
And that brings us to this final thought, a new way to look at this whole experience. So instead of asking, why am I losing so much hair? Maybe, just maybe, the real question is this shed the first proof I have that my hair follicles are finally waking up and getting back to work?